Did you hear Eminem's track Toby and you just thought, that's a little bit lame? Well, you wouldn't be wrong. It kind of sucks. It's kind of very mediocre, especially for an Eminem song and especially for a single. Now, they've done this for a very specific reason, but I'll get to that later. Now, this is of course an Eminem track and it features Big Sean and Baby Tron. Now, Big Sean, he's a bit of a B-grade rapper out there in hip-hop. It's kind of everybody knows the name, everybody's heard the name, but you wouldn't really be able to fit Big Sean to a song. He's made some decent music, but he's not exactly a headliner. He's no A-grade rapper. There's no Eminem, no 50 Cent, those sorts of super mainstream artists. And then you've got Babytron. Who the fuck is Babytron? It sounds like a gay robot. And you've got these three people on this track. So you've got three artists, and you've mostly got three verses here. Now, first off, you've got Babytron, who he sounds sad, he sounds pathetic, he sounds like another gated community Gen Z rapper. I'm big on Twitter, I'm big on Insta, I'm big on Reddit, but in real life I'm kind of a loser. He's got that vibe, he sounds like it, you hear it in his delivery, he ain't blowing up anytime soon. Then you've got Big Sean, he's a bit he kind of knows his position in the game, he knows the level that he's at, and he knows he can't really go all that much higher, so he just does what he can, keeps it real. His verse wasn't too bad, definitely way better than Babytron's. And lastly, we had Eminem, who just kills it as always. Now, even though this was an Eminem song, notice how Eminem was last. He was last because he's there to carry the song. He's doing all the heavy lifting. You got three generations of rappers in there. You got Eminem, Gen X, you got Big Sean, a millennial, and then you've got Babytron, who is Gen Z. For real, for real. Now, this is done because Eminem is trying to sort of get out of rap, hence the name of the album. The Death of Slim Shady. Now, Eminem, he's getting on in years. He can still absolutely kill it in the hip-hop game. But still, he's been directionless for a long, long time. Still makes great music, but that direction is gone. But most of the music that he puts out is just absolute fire. It gets me, and it gets a lot of people every time. It's just so damn good. No one puts in as much effort as he does in his music, and it tells. And then even when you compare him to these two other artists, Babytron sucked. I mean, very basic. Then you got Big Sean, who was a bit mainstream. It sounded a bit pop, sounded a bit generic. And then of course Eminem fires on all levels, 5 levels deep. It's what we love about him. His stuff is super intelligent and you can just absorb it on so many different levels, which is why it's just so damn good. And no one else has that depth to their music. Anyway, so what Eminem has always done throughout his career, throughout his music, was plug other artists. He would always give them the opportunity to use the mic. Even if they weren't that good, he would still give them that chance, and that's sort of what he's been doing with his last few albums, last few songs, is of course giving them the mic, even though they're not all that good. Now, this hasn't been too much of a problem, but this song itself, this is particularly bad. Now, there were a few songs on his previous album, Music to Get Murdered By, that were a bit, the new artists on there, they weren't all that good, but that's what there was, and looks like he's doing it again this time. However, not for one of the featured singles. Of course, as you know, singles are meant as the big songs, the amazing songs, the best songs on the album generally are all come out as singles, and this is a promotional thing to pique your interest, to get you hooked in, to make you want to buy or listen to or stream that album. Anyway, so my personal thoughts on this song was I just wanted to skip through until I heard some Eminem. Babytron sucks, Big Sean is okay, but he didn't really deliver anything good, amazing. It was kind of very generic for him. He probably didn't even sit down at the studio to record this. He was very much in and out. But yes, I just wanted to get through to Eminem. I wanted to get through the good stuff. I wanted to get to the stuff that I like, that I enjoy. And the main reason I listen to Eminem's music, because it's Eminem. Now let's talk about the business side of things. Let's talk about the music label side of things, which is also very interesting. And it comes through to show you how desperate the music industry is. Check out my other video on how bad music is, link below. Anyway, Eminem has been appealing to Gen Z listeners listeners for a bit of a while now. But this song has absolutely pushed it through the roof with it's trying to appeal to the Gen Z demographic, trying to get Gen Z to listen to his music. Now, this is of course pressure coming from the music label, not Eminem himself. Eminem kills it. He knows he's good. He knows he doesn't have to suck dick. He doesn't have to do anything. He just has to kill it, and that's what he does. However, the music label wants to sell more albums, sell more tickets. They want to fill stadiums. They want to get streams. So of course you got to appeal to Gen Z. You got to hook them in, and that's essentially what this single is. It's just a giant hook. It's giant bait to lure in Zoomers. Notice the single cover, how it's a meme. That's right, because Gen Z totally love memes, so it's doing the meme thing. Then it's got the Gen Z rapper Babytron, even with a ridiculous name like that. But all Gen Z rappers have ridiculous names, so. And then we've got the main hook in this song, which is kind of funny. Tobey Maguire got bitten by a spider. And again, this is appealing to Gen Z because Gen Z loves the superhero crap. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man, you know how it be. So throw some superhero crap in your song, get it to appeal to the Zoomers. And that's how desperate they are to get the Zoomers listening to hip-hop, to get them buying albums, buying tickets, to come and see their artists, and of course to make money off them. Yes, the music business, especially major labels, are all about the money. They know the algorithm. They know how to make money. Eminem's label, Interscope, the ones who are of course paying for the album, doing all the production. As great as Eminem is, he still works for the label. And in cooperation with the label, he likes making great music, but he still needs people to do the paperwork and the business side of things. Anyway, there hasn't really been a breakout star with hip hop, and all the labels are trying to get their new artists to trend, to catch fire. And it's not that hard to see what they're doing. So you got Kendrick Lamar, he's trying to appeal to, of course, the black demographic, the gangsta demographic. But they're, of course, doing absolutely everything they can to make one of their artists break through and just become super mega popular, viral, trending. They want the next Eminem. They want a new Eminem. And they are doing everything that they can. Take Eminem's previous track, Doomsday Part 2, a song that didn't even go for 2 minutes, but yet it featured 10 different aspiring artists. Now again, all these artists suck. They are all Gen Z nobodies, zero talent. Now the labels are of course competing against each other for your money, because if you're not listening to an Interscope artist, you're listening to a Sony artist. And if you're not listening to a Sony artist, then maybe you're listening to a Warner artist or a BMG artist. It doesn't matter, but you're not listening to them. And if you're not listening to them, then they don't make any money. They don't have any clout. So that's why they're doing everything they can to get your ears. Now, the major labels have absolutely infinite resources behind them. They have access to the best studios, the best instruments, the best drum machines, the best producers, the best legal teams. They can even organize an arena that seats 100,000 people. However, the only thing that the record labels don't have access to is raw high quality talent. So what they do is they get their stable of artists, their roster, give them a little bit of support, and then just see whether or not they catch fire, they start trending. And they know the difference between real trending and fake trending. Fake trending will not have people buying tickets to go to a concert. But anyway, this song is just, it's a little bit sad because it just shows how desperate the music label is, because songs about homosexuals and Vicodin aren't doing too well, but songs about Pepe the Frog and diversity are doing incredibly well. And seeing the GOAT lower himself to these levels is just, it's a little bit disappointing, it's a little bit saddening. But hopefully the rest of the album is good, comes out in about a week, hopefully there's some good tracks on there, there should be, but we'll just have to wait and see.